on this episode of Livin The Dream. Join Captain Jimmy and Luiza for this two-part series as they fish for tuna and dolphin on 12 Mile Bank in the Cayman Islands. The crew sets the drift, starts the chum line, and it's fish after fish after fish.
Woohoo! He's showing off for us. Yeah! Woo! What a fish! Woo! Oh my gosh! There he goes!
This is Livin The Dream with Captain Jimmy Nelson. Presented by Salt Life. Live salty.
Good fish. That's what she was fighting all that time. Man, what a fish. Wow. Doesn't get any better than Baja. Yeah, boy. That's a kingfish right there. Woo! We flew from Tampa to Grand Cayman on Cayman Airways, and it's actually not a very bad flight at all. It's also a very convenient flight because it's typically not full, and it's nice being on the plane without having a whole bunch of other people on it. We woke up in the morning and we headed out to 12 Mile Bank, and the first thing we did when we got to the bank is we put out some little feathers and some little jigs that we were trolling behind the boat, and we were trolling those for blackfin tuna or rainbow runners or anything else that would hit those, because what we needed to do was get some fish to chunk up for the tuna. Oh, it's a dolphin right there. Jumping, jumping, ha! Jumping behind the boat. All right, well, welcome back to another episode of Livin The Dream. Today we're out here in Grand Cayman on 12 Mile Bank. Cam's kind of moving the other lines out of the way, and right away we got hooked up with a dolphin. We're out here fishing for wahoo, and really didn't take very long at all. We only got a few of the lines in. We didn't even get the whole spread out, and dolphin's jumping around. Looks like I'm gonna have to go the other side of the boat with him, because he's right here on the surface. Look at that fish. Wow. It actually hit the bait rod. Woohoo! He's showing off for us. And here he comes. Look at that. Easy. All right. Way to start it off, man. Yep. Hey, on the bait rod. That's good. So we troll up some small blackfin tunas and rainbow runners and different things. When you're chunking, you just want to cut up as many chunks as you can, as much bait as you would have, and just keep a steady flow of chum going in the water. The way we set up for our drift is we just figure out what the wind and the current are doing, and then we get on one side of the bank and just start drifting and let all that chum flow behind us. Just a couple minutes into drifting, Cameron hooked into his first fish. So we decided to stop trolling, start chunking for some tuna, and Cameron was just putting this line out and something hit it right away. So he probably has a tuna on there. Let's hope it's the right thing. I'm gonna have him do all the hard work here early in the morning. See, he's a big guy though, he can handle it. You guys seen me out here last time I was fishing with King Kong. This is King Kong Jr. here. This is his little brother, even though he's not so little. So we'll let him put a hurting on these tuna. Oh, I see him. He's down there. It's a good fish. Yeah, there's a yellowfin. There it is. And there it is. Slide that out so this thing doesn't hit the deck and go crazy. Cameron's first fish was a pretty good sized tuna. All right. And there's your fish.
Yeah, man. It's yellowfin.
Woo! What a fish. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, man.
What a way to start out there chunking, huh? Didn't take long at all. What a beauty.
Get back on top of those.
Yes, sir. Wow. Look at that. Woo! Pretty fish. Look at the yellow in these fins here, guys. Look at that. Look at him. You can even see him moving. So pretty of a fish.
Livin The Dream with Captain Jimmy Nelson is made possible by Salt Life. Live salty. Angle Coolers, the original high-performance cooler. Sea Deck. Your boat deserves Sea Deck. ACR Electronics, the science of survival. And by American Fishing Wire. The Caymanian way of life is as laid back as the tide that laps its shores. Comprised of 3 islands, Grand Cayman, Cayman Brac, and Little Cayman, the Cayman Islands have plenty to offer. Courtesy of Cayman Airways, the islands are easily accessible. Each has its own charm, but all 3 islands offer fantastic fishing, diving, and land-based family-friendly attractions. With plenty of hospitality services around, Caymanian offshore banks are frequented by fishermen and competitors from around the world. The Cayman Islands International Fishing Tournament offers teams a chance to win upwards of $100,000 for an entry fee of only $500. With optional jackpots for wahoo, tuna, dolphin, and billfish,
Just living the dream.
The Cayman Islands offer more than just big fish. They offer versatility, both offshore and onshore. For more details,
Got 'em.
visit www.fishcayman.com. And now back to 12 Mile Bank to watch Jimmy and Luiza reel in some tasty tuna.
All right, guys, well, Cameron just put a nice tuna in the boat, so I came back here and slid in on his rod, try to get in on the action. And right after him, I'm hooked up. We don't even have the other one on ice yet. What a morning out here in Grand Cayman. Woo! As you can see, it's very good fishing conditions out here. It's only about 5-knot winds and pretty much 1-foot seas. You know, there's really not much waves out here at all. And this fish just got a lot smaller. Just got a whole lot smaller. Paying the tax, man. Pay our dues.
It must have been a big barracuda or a shark or something that just came up and bit it in half. I barely had time to throw that head in the water, and Cameron hooked up again.
Well, you're gonna be the star of this show, Cam. Oh, there's a barra with him. I thought you meant on your line.
When Cameron was fighting that fish, we noticed that there was a barracuda following him. So Cameron worked real hard to get that fish away from the cuda. He got the fish closer to the boat and made one more circle, and I grabbed the gaff and stuck it in the fish and pulled him in the boat.
Let's get him in. All right, and there's the tuna he just caught, and here's the other one he just caught. 2 in a row. Cameron, is it always this action-packed out here? You catching this many tuna in a row this time of year?
Yeah, basically this time of year it's tuna season.
Okay, what's the best time of year for tuna? If like the best, 3 or 4 months.
November, December, January, those type of months.
All right, there you go, guys. The winter months, you want to catch tuna, come out here and do it, and the weather's like 85 degrees, is perfect, and big fish are coming in the boat.
The morning bite was on fire, and right after we caught those first few tuna, we ended up hooking into another one.
All right, so all we're doing out here to catch these tuna is we're chunking for them. We're just cutting up chunks of those little blackfin that we were pulling in earlier on those feathers, and just throwing them in the water, letting them drift back with our bait, and the tuna's picking it up. There's quite a few of them out here, and we've had no trouble at all hooking them up this morning. Trying to come up. Good fish. There's nothing easy about this right here. You want to catch yellowfin tuna, you're gonna hurt your back a little bit. You have to put it into it. Oh man, this one's pulling good. I got some color. Woo! That's what we're after. It's good sized fish too, man. This is the size that I like catching. Seems like they got a lot of 40 to 60 pounders out here, and we've been getting them on a little bit on the smaller side of that. We got him right here. There he is. Nice little tuna. Perfect. Good shot, buddy. We're on them today, huh?
Yep.
Look at the size of this hook we're using, guys. Not a very big hook. As you can see, that's only about a 4/0 hook right there. And the reason we're using the smaller J hooks is because tuna do have very good vision, and you don't want a hook that they can see. So you want to bury that in the bait a little bit and get them to get that bite, because if you don't get the bite, you can't catch the fish. Let me see if I can get this out of here. Yeah, no bites, no fish. Smallest fish of the day so far, but not bad. Definitely turned into some good sashimi, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Nice fish. Gosh, I love the yellow in their fins. It's just so pretty. So pretty.
Livin the Dream with Captain Jimmy Nelson is made possible by C&H Lures. Be a winner with C&H Lures. Plantation on Crystal River, the place to stay and play along Florida's nature coast. Yozuri, fish the best. Cayman Islands Angling Club, come experience sport fishing in paradise. And by Tsunami, awesome tackle.
There's a lot of places that I go diving, but the Cayman Islands is one of those places that I really love. Whether I'm recreationally diving on a big wreck or a reef out deep, or doing a wall dive, scuba diving, or if I'm just free diving on some of the shallower reefs or catching lobsters or conch, it's just one of those places that I really enjoy diving. And on this particular day in the Cayman Islands, we decided to do some lobstering. And while we were diving, I saw so many different things on the reef. We saw lots of little butterfly fish and damsels and barracuda and snapper. There's just so many different types of fish and so much life on the reef in the Cayman Islands. There were definitely a lot of lionfish. Sometimes we saw them just one at a time, one or two at a time, and sometimes we would see 5 or 6 of them all in the same spot. We would swim by some corals that wouldn't have any lobsters in them at all. Some may have 1 or 2, but you would usually just see like a little head poking out of a hole or some antennas from the surface, and then we would swim down there and take a closer look at them. And then we swam by a flat rock that was just loaded down with lobsters. I mean, we've seen so many lobsters inside of it. And they stretched all the way around it, and they just went way up in there, and there were holes on the top and on each side of it, and it went back pretty deep, and it was just packed full of lobsters. I even seen lobsters walking around on top of the reef, walking on top of some rocks. It was getting towards the end of the day, so that time of day, lobsters do start coming out of their holes and walking around a little bit. So I started sneaking up behind this lobster that was just crawling out of his hole, walking around. The water was a little more stirred up than normal because it was low tide, and on low tide you do get a little more particles and things like that that are flushing out in the water, but still it's the Cayman Islands, so I mean the water was still very clear and we still had great visibility. Sometimes it's not good to have the rainbow runners in your chum line because they will eat all of your chum. But at the same time, you're able to catch those rainbow runners and chop them back up and throw them out there for chum, which is going to bring the tuna and the dolphin and the other fish that you want to catch closer into you. We caught so many rainbow runners that we decided to go ahead and motor back up to the front of the bank and start the drift all over again. Just a couple minutes after starting that next drift, Cameron and I doubled up again.
Oh, you gotta take one step off. Oh my gosh! There he goes. You want to? Woo! Doubled up. Oh, and that's why I come to the Cayman Islands. Wow, what a double, buddy.
And that next hit was definitely not a rainbow runner.
Whew. He's already right below us. I got my tuna in real close. Mine's probably a little smaller than yours.
I got my tuna to the boat pretty quickly, so it was most likely a smaller fish than Cameron had on.
You ready for me, Nick?
Yeah.
I'm not. Good job. There you go. There it is. The cam's hooked up right behind me still. It has been non-stop action this morning. It's about 10 a.m. and the fish are still coming in as fast as we can get these lines in the water. That's a good one, huh? Oh yeah. Yours is quite a bit bigger than mine, buddy. Quite a bit bigger. Man, you're on fire today, Cameron. Yeah. Big fish, buddy. Good job, Cameron. All right, and there's our double. He's got me by an inch or two. Not by much. But, man, you've been killing it today, buddy. Got the lucky rod over there. Ooh, that's gotta be a good 50-pounder, huh? Yeah.
Blame it on the rod.
Blame it on the rod. Look at this. That's all I can come up with there. Look at that big old thing he has down there. That's insane. What a difference. Good job.
Good going, yeah.
If you're not flying on Cayman Airways, then you can sail to the Cayman Islands. In Georgetown Harbor, cruise ships anchor and ferry passengers to shore to one of the most popular shopping attractions in all of Grand Cayman, the Kirk Freeport Center. Kirk Freeport is one of the oldest duty-free companies in the Cayman Islands and offers an endless array of products from jewelry to perfumes and ornaments. After stepping off the ferry and grabbing a bite at the Hard Rock Cafe, look for the Bayshore Mall, home to Kirk Freeport and its many duty-free stores. Cruise ship visitors looking to stay overnight will have no trouble finding the mall. It's located in the heart of Georgetown Harbor, just feet from the harbor's shore. After a walk about town, cool off and cruise the Bayshore Mall stores, where you'll find brands like Rolex, Omega, Breitling, and Tag Heuer watches. You'll find perfumes and collectibles by Yellofin, Baccarat, and Ludwig Crystal. If you're thinking it's time for a trip to the Cayman Islands, be sure to stop by Kirk Freeport on your way through.
And this right here is why we use the big C&H bags, because these guys know how to catch the fish, man. They're filling them up. The floor cooler's already full, so we're throwing them in here, and you can see there's quite a few of them going in. Not even through half the day yet.
The floor cooler started filling up, so we started moving the bigger fish into the C&H fish bags. The next line that got hit was Luiza's, and this time it was a tuna.
All right, there you go.
Dolphin on. It's about time. You guys catching all the good fish.
Oh
wait, it's a tuna.
It is a tuna.
Yay.
All right.
No, I don't feel left out. Heck
Oh,
yeah.
nice tuna. That dolphin was just jumping out of the way.
Nice yellowfin. Awesome.
There it is.
On this particular trip, it was definitely some of the best fishing that I have ever experienced in the Cayman Islands. We were catching fish all day long from the minute we showed up to the spot.
We're having no problem hooking them up on that 80, man. They're just coming in pretty much one after another. We just lost a big one, and now you got this guy.
Yeah, I'm happy with the yellowfin. Small, big, I'll take them all. All right, another yellowfin for the bag since our cooler is full of fish already.
We were sitting there chunking and throwing bait in the water and stuff, and then all of a sudden, a big school of dolphin ended up swimming through our chum line, and we started hooking into dolphin.
Let me know if you see anything following them. When you get close, I'll cast this popper on them. I'm sure you guys have seen plenty of the shows in the past, and Nicholas has been on quite a few of them with me, and this is why right here, because He puts us on the fish, man. Oh, there it is right there. Look at it coming across the top of the water. That's a pretty fish. All lit up. I don't see any. Bull's coming. Oh, there it is. Got it. Oh, yeah. What a hit. There's another one with him. Woohoo! Look at that. This is about to get exciting, guys. You can see some jumps here. Let me come over here, Nick. I'm going to work my way to the back. Way to bring. Oh, there he goes. What a jump at the end. He just threw it out. That's what he hit right there. Look at that. Eating something that looks just like one of his own kids. He's about to gaff that one, but here's the one he just caught. There's more action happening right there behind me. Woo. Good double, buddy. Look at that. All right, turning into a heck of a day out here. I don't know if we're gonna be able to fit all this into one episode. It might be a part 1 and part 2 out here. 12-mile bank out of the Cayman Islands. Tuna, dolphin, and there was some wahoo action early. We got cut off. They didn't come in the boat, but they were biting too.
See if we can get one shortly.
Oh my goodness, that would be nice. That would be nice. Look at that, and there's the hook. I had a really nice one on the hydro popper, and it jumped off right by the boat. But hey, that's not too bad, buddy. There's more around, I'm sure. We might get lucky and get that big bull to come back or one like him.
To see if the non-stop action continues, tune in next week for 12 Mile Bank Part 2. For more fishing and diving action, follow along on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter at Captain Jimmy Nelson. Livin the Dream with Captain Jimmy Nelson was brought to you by Salt Life. Live salty.